Good morning everyone. Our subject is English grammar and today we are going to learn a very interesting topic of the grammar is simple, compound and complex sentences. Are you guys ready? So first, what do you mean by sentences? A sentence is a group of words collected together and arranged in a systematic manner, a subject and then verb and predicate. It expresses a one complete thought or one complete idea. For example, the boy is playing. The boy is who is performing the action. Is a boy or it can be any person or a noun, anything. Is playing is a predicate. What action he is performing is playing. Is a verb, predicate. Now we move to our first sentence, which is simple sentence. Simple sentences has only one independent clause. What are clause? Clause are the words brings together which has subject, predicate and a verb. With verb means performing an action like writing, jogging, running, dancing. It expresses one complete thought or one complete idea. For example, she reads books. Here, she is the subject who is performing the action. Read is a verb and what he is reading, she is reading the books. So, books is the predicate. Now, another. The sun rises in the east. The sun is the subject. Rises is the verb in the east. So, the sun will be common subject and rises in the east will be predicate. For example, the pizza smells delicious. The pizza is the subject. Smells delicious is the predicate. Now, we move to a second sentence, compound sentence. A compound sentence has two or more independent clauses. Clauses means the sentence. Independent. They are joined by the conjunctions like and, but, or so. The conjunction which joins the compound sentence to two independent words are like FANBOYS. You can remember as FANBOYS. This is a conjunction. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These are the conjunctions that join the two independent sentences together. For example, I want to play, but it starts raining. Here, the I want to play is one independent sentence, but it was raining is another independent sentence, another independent clause. Here, the two sentences, two different verbs. See, I want to play, play is one verb, but it was raining. Raining is one another. So the two complete ideas, two complete thoughts are joined together by the word but. Another is she studied hard and she passed the exam. Here she studied hard. Studied hard is the one verb and she passed the exam. Pass is another independent clause. So the two independent sentences are joined with the word and. For example, Riya sings and she writes. Here, Riya sings is one independent sentence and she writes is another sentence. It's joined by the word and. So, it's known as the compound sentence where two independent clauses are joined together form a complete sentence is known as compound sentence using the FANBOYS conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So, our third sentence is complex sentence. It has one independent clause and another one is dependent on the independent clause. For example, I stayed at home because it was raining. I stayed home is one independent clause. Because it was starting raining is dependent on that independent clause. So, here the word joining two sentences is because. Another is she was happy when she wrote the prize. Won the prize. She was happy. It's a one independent clause. When she won the prize. When she won the prize is dependent on when she was happy. Is dependent. She won the prize is dependent on that she is happy. So she was happy is an independent the price is dependent on it. So, for example, Riya sings because she is happy. Here the Riya sings is one independent sentence because she is happy is dependent on that independent sentence. So it's all known as complex sentences which has one independent clause and another or more is dependent on that independent clause with using the words because, although, if, before, after, when, who and since. Now we will do one exercise. Comparison. First, simple sentences, for example, one independent clause. Simple sentence has one independent clause. Compound sentence has two or more independent clauses or joins with the conjunction like FANBOYS, for, and, nor, and, but, so, yet. And complex sentences has one independent sentence and another one is dependent on that independent sentences. Simple sentence has one subject and one predicate. Now we will solve an exercise. Identify the type of sentences. First, he finished his homework. Now, identify which type of sentence is this. He finished his work is a simple sentence. He finished is the subject. His work is the predicate. His subject, finished his work is a predicate. It's a simple sentence. Now another. She was tired, so she slept early. She was tired is one independent sentence. So she slept early. This is another independent sentence. The word driving is the word so. So it is known as compound sentence. Another. I will call you when I reach home. Here I will call you is one independent clause. When I will reach home is dependent on the call. So it is known as the complex sentences. Here the word when comes under the complex sentences. So today we have learned simple, compound and complex sentences. Simple sentence which has subject and a predicate. Compound sentence which uses the word conjunctions like FANBOYS, fan, for, and, nor, but, yet, so. And it has one independent sentence. It has two independent sentences in one sentence. Another is complex sentence which has one independent sentence and another one is dependent on that independent sentence. For example, using the words like because, although, since, if, she, when, who. So today we have learned simple, compound, and complex sentences.